Hello, everybody. Welcome to Audrey2.0's first live stream. Pretty crazy. So let's see. Got 8 people on. This is scary. Okay, so if I said I was extremely nervous, I would be lying. If I said that my stomach wasn't a little queasy, I would be truthful. So, thank you guys so much for popping on. This is so fun and exciting and just a super cool chapter of this next era of my life. Obviously, it's kind of heralded in the name Audrey 2.0, like next wave of Audrey and what that looks like. I was just thinking as I was getting ready and was hit by the thought that what better audience to have than the one I have tonight. All of the supportive people tuning in, everybody who's cheered me on and sent me texts or called or I've had my back through this whole process. It's been so cool. So just want to say thank you to all of you for being part of the first wave of people, supporters, just hopping on tonight. It means the world. So thank you. I want to go ahead and talk about a little bit of why I got to the point of having this YouTube channel. And I also want to talk about theme, purpose, and end goal. So why a YouTube channel? So I left college right at the beginning of the pandemic. Everything was wonky and kind of skipped around jobs. And within that skipping, I've still not found a great place to land long-term, permanently, that like great intermingling between a job that I can really bring value to, but also one where I can continue to learn and grow. And so with some extra time, just working a part-time job right now, I figured, hey, what a better thing to work on learning and growing than starting a YouTube channel. Not only will this be awesome to help me watch my growth and progression through this journey, but it's also going to be super cool just to learn some new skills. I mean, like, I've never gone live on anything. I've never, had to do any video editing or figuring out what is color grading for, all of that good stuff. So that is the why. I'm going to dig into the theme here. It's going to be productivity and purpose, or productivity x purpose. And I feel like these two things go really well together, not only in the overarching scope of life, but in my life specifically. I've always had a bent towards productivity. I've always had a bent towards working towards a higher goal. And I've seen that show up in many, even different personality things, such as the career one that a lot of people do. I have very high futuristic mindset. My MBTI is the ENTJ, which I think is the protagonist. So always coming up with things, always thinking towards the future. So I feel like I have something that I can share a little bit about productivity and purpose. Obviously, purpose being the end goal of, what is life? Maybe we'll get a little philosophical, maybe we won't. But in order to be productive, you have to have a purpose. You have to have an end goal. So I want to work on just talking through some of those things hand in hand. And end goal for the channel, like I said, kind of documenting my growth and challenging me. But also I would love to encourage other people. Probably girls my own age, women who are younger than me, a little bit older than me, anyone who's just going through that journey of trying to figure out what purpose looks like and what productivity means for them. So very, very excited to hit that end goal. I'm going to try to potentially, fingers crossed, upload once a week here on out. I've got one video already up along with the channel trailer tonight. So excited for, actually, I didn't quite finish getting the sound right on the first video, but I've got the channel trailer up. So that's going to launch at 6:45. So if you guys stick around to 6:45, we can all go view that together. So we can step into the world of my young and very, very adolescent editing skills and filmography skills. So all super fun. But yes, just a huge thank you to everybody who hopped on. If we have any comments, questions in the chat, that's awesome. And I can go ahead and answer those. If not, that's also fine. But yeah, my next year is super exciting. There's a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to challenge me as well. And some things that are going to be very hard and very lonely. So this will be partially an outlet for me in that, partially a great time to see my growth personally in my own productivity. But yeah, it'll be some good stuff. Very excited. So not going to keep you guys super long, but we do have 10 minutes. I really over budgeted my time. That channel trailer is going to drop at 6:45. So I'm going to stick around and watch it with you all there. What is the one thing I hope to communicate this year? Well, with this year coming to a close, there's a lot of people thinking about goals and thinking about their ambitions for the coming year. And the one thing that I hope to communicate through the end of this year is just some intentionality. Being intentional with your goals, with your purpose, with your productivity is going to help not only that sense of purpose, but also really set you up well to step into 2023. So very exciting. I've got lots of things planned, so we'll see how many of them come to fruition, and you guys can all cheer me on as you see my audio improve and my lighting improve. So that's going to be a whole ride. Couple more comments. What should we expect to see from your YouTube channel? Are you going to live stream more? Live stream more? Ooh, actually, I think I am going to do some live streams. I'm still kind of playing around with topics, and part of that will be driven by interest. So going to try to put some feelers out to people who are interested and see if we can do some more one-on-one live streams, or not one-on-one, but some more chatting type live streams. So excited to see that. My goals, since I'm late, because a couple more people have hopped on, I'll just reiterate. So the why behind the YouTube channel. I am floating in between jobs right now, working a part-time job, and really wanted to challenge some skills for learning, growing, pushing myself to continue to not let time slip by. So I've got a part-time job. This is going to be the other thing I'm going to occupy my time with, and want to really communicate and encourage people to maximize their productivity and their purpose. I'm going to stop saying that'll be one thing I'll work on this next year. At the end of the day, I am super, super passionate about not having just productivity, but also having a purpose behind your productivity. Because if I'm just like running around like, I'm waking up at 5 a.m., I am working out all the time, I am, like eating amazing meals, I can be just as depressed as the next person and have no focus or no ambition at the end of the day if my purpose and my productivity don't line up. Because ultimately productivity should be leading towards a purpose, and whether that's just personal growth, like you maturing and growing as a person, or whether that is reaching a specific skill. Maybe you're trying to figure out how to, learn how to fly a plane. You need to be able to match your purpose in that to your productivity. So unless we have I announced the theme yet? The theme of the channel, if you missed it, is productivity and purpose. So Yes, very exciting. How do you balance productivity and rest and energy? That's actually going to be one of the facets that I touch on because I am chronically overscheduling myself. It was even worse in college. I've tried to double down and relax a little bit on that. So it is actually purposeful and productive to budget in your rest and make sure that your rest is protected. So I've got a whole video idea for that. That will probably be a mid-January video just because that is a great season for people to figure out how to build in some rest as they're trying to be productive. So yes, lots of video plans. Very excited. I'm super, super excited for some of the ones that integrate. Actually, maybe I shouldn't give away my secrets. Maybe I'll save my secrets for another day. All right, we've got 3 minutes until the channel trailer drops. If anyone has any more questions. Again, I want to just thank you guys for being the best audience. As I was thinking through today and just looking forward with nerves and anticipation to the live, was thinking through what does it look like today? It's like, well, out of any live stream that I could do, out of any thing I could, launch or bring to the table, the people who are with me today are the most supportive and are my day oneers. So you guys have absolutely 100% my heart, and I am taking so much encouragement and support from you guys today. 2 more questions. Will you discuss different strategies for tracking productivity? Yes, actually, because I believe that a goal is kind of purposeless unless you track it. If you can't find a way to track incremental progress towards your productivity, towards your goal, then it's going to be really hard to say, hey, I completed the goal, because it was questionable as to how we were going to get there in the first place. So yes, going to do some of those videos too, some less philosophical, more practical. I'm a pretty practical person too, so. How long will your videos be on average? I'm gonna start for under 10, just so that I can feel like I've got a little bit of traction under my feet and know what I'm doing before I try to dance into something crazy long or anything like that. What inspired me to charter this initiative? Great question. I was looking for a way not only to maximize my potential for learning, and that would be in all sorts of different fields. I mean, I'm working with what does it look to self-market? What are we looking at for, production, the basic lighting, et cetera, et cetera. But also the people side of it. What does it look like to connect with people in this space? And at the end of the day, it's going to be a great way for me to see my own journey and to be able to look back over the next year, maybe the next 2 years, and say, hey, what have I accomplished? What have I done? What have I tangibly brought to the table? And how have I pushed myself to mature more emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, relationally? What are some of these things, these areas that I'm going to grow in? And what is that going to look like? I mean, hopefully I'll stop saying the word when I'm speaking at some point. But just some small things like that and some bigger things. I'm really excited to utilize this opportunity. And who knows, it may crash and burn. That's fine too. Will I release merch, goal trackers, etc.? Who knows? I'm getting thumbs up from my in-house audience. Maybe I will. Merch, I don't know what I would do for merch. So if you have any ideas, you could drop them. All right, we have the channel trailer dropping. So thank you guys for popping on. I'm going to go ahead and hop on over there just so I can watch with everybody as it drops. So I will see you guys. Thank you all for hopping on. You mean the world to me. Bye-bye.